Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead.
All right, I actually have 3 additions. So after the minutes, let's see, Dawn, I put you down for the pledge. Is that okay? She used to do that in years gone by. After the minutes, we have a new contract deputy, and I'm going to go ahead and swear him in case there's a call of some kind. Adam Johnson, excited to have him with us. And then Charles from the Land Trust, and has a special announcement, and I think, who did he tell me? I think the new director, or let's see, here it is. Now, this is the local land trust, not Forever Wild, okay? But I'll go ahead and take Charles kind of in that pre-meeting time as well, in case so they can meet their schedule. All right, bills. Counselor Tanner, I didn't see anything extraordinary, really not too high. Then, Chris, you have your script, I think, on the 7306, okay? Yes, so, but you got the words from Mr. Black? Okay, well, I'll go print them then during break. Okay, if you can print them, that'd be good. The people at 7306 have met with Hal. Hal's confirmed the structure is salvageable, but everything else is not. But they have said they want to get a permit, bring it up to code, and so if that's the choice, we'll come up with some language to give them, whatever, say 30 days to permit and commence, and if we want to say, for example, end of the year to be substantially complete, something like that, whatever y'all's.
What year was that house built?
Huh?
What year was that
Oh,
house
I have
built?
no idea.
It's an older structure, so if they can say.
Yeah.
salvage it, that's great.
So presumably we'll have a motion to continue, depending on their comments. All right, movies in May. Do you want to go ahead and say we're going to
No,
move
let's
it?
do it.
Huh?
No, I think we should
Wait till in the morning? Okay, we'll see what the weather is in the morning. Okay, I didn't mean to have trash transition. That really relates to the recycling. There's 2 or 3, well, I'll just mention the bulk amnesty. We've had a few calls, not so terribly many. Had several from Clay that I've had to refer to Clay, but as to recycling, one option that we can consider, or try it, for example, I should say, WM can provide a 30-yard roll-off that, for example, would be over at Public Works, that we would need to police it, for example, have whatever, come a certain Saturday, every other Friday afternoon, something like that. It would just be for plastics and metals because, of course, we have cardboard here. What that would cost would be $300 every time they haul it, but of course they wouldn't have to haul it but till it fills, so whatever, every other month or something. And then it is $65 a ton to be processed down at Birmingham Recycling is what they would charge, plus any contamination. So for example, if it's 10% contaminated, that would be 10% more. So if y'all are, I mean, I would think, I would like to try that unless y'all
wouldn't
are
know.
opposed to that. Okay,
How
so
many tons does that dumpster hold? I mean, is it per,
we think, well,
just depends on like weight?
yeah, about a ton
Basic.
is the estimate. Because
And
those
you
are,
mix both the plastic and
yes,
the metal.
yes, we don't have to separate.
Okay.
They do it down there. And we're going by that because some of those lift trailers, those larger ones, hold almost a ton. If you ever frequent Shelby County is doing it right now with the lift trailers.
Yeah.
But then you're dependent on an employee to tow it. This way, I think would be much better because they'll haul it for us. if we choose to do this, once we get it set up, I'll also publicize, the public can take recyclables straight to Birmingham Recycling down in Avondale. And if you work near UAB, as many of our residents do, UAB has a recycling center open to anyone on 6th Avenue and 11th Street South. So open to anyone. So if you work near, you can take advantage of those already, and I'll mention that in the meeting. Okay, so let's see, who wanted that motion on the recycling?
I can.
All right. All right, Eric Hendon, as I told y'all, had a conflict for tonight. He's going to come June 4th, but that kind of works out. We've got Charles, special guest. All right, the next item is the sign. I think the question y'all have, there are no ground electric. All the lighting is from the little roof structure.
Okay.
So all above. And then Eric, can you pull that flood map we were looking at? The one we were looking at.
No, the one on Oak.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. The blue shape, I'll say, it was the fruit stand. Now the problem, that red is the, using a layman's term, that is the extreme flood hazard area. We can't dig, poke, turn, modify, or manipulate that in any way. We would be better as far as the flood problem to be, I've kind of drawn it in over there where you see the word sign. The piece across the street is in the flood plain, but not the flood hazard way, I think is the term.
You talking about where the little shopping center is? Is that?
No, we own that
We own
piece,
that.
Okay, on that piece.
but
Okay.
before it. So, now, if we want to, say we'd rather, because I asked about putting it right where that red line is, where the pointer is. But, I don't know, once we get in that, there's also a sewer right of way in there that's not shown on the map. But if we just cannot be in that red area in any shape, form, or fashion. So,
Up there where it says sign, where you're talking about planting, is there trees up there?
no,
Is
it's open, purely,
It's open, good.
it's the corner lot between Bicentennial Drive and that little
Sweeney Home.
barber shop
Yeah,
and the
barber
strip,
shop, yeah.
strip center, yeah.
I would really like it I'd rather like it there because we can't get it too terribly close to the road because you cannot see what traffic's
Turn.
coming and everything.
Yes,
You know, so as long
yes,
as, and you can set that one further back.
Correct,
than you could. So I
correct.
think we need to look at that side, to be honest.
you're talking about where I've drawn it
Yes,
in?
yes.
Okay, yeah, that was just a very rudimentary,
Yeah, no, it's-
spot, and it's probably bigger than the sign would actually be. Let's see, that sign is,
No, it's
192, 192 inches.
yeah.
Well, I sent you,
It's
yeah,
bigger
there you
than
go.
that one.
Yes, that now is the minor sign.
Yeah.
And then go to, actually, I think,
Cut and paste it real quick.
yeah, there's another one that's, no, well, at any rate, if I didn't, I thought I sent the other one.
That was the only one that you sent.
Okay. That sign essentially goes at Bicentennial and has I can go re-forward it.
Yeah.
Has the Bicentennial Park below it with an arrow. And then that sign there at the Sweeney Triangle would be a slightly smaller. The dimensions,
Well, on that one too, we need to, I don't know if that's the place you're wanting to sit it at, but it needs to be set back further.
yeah, that's just
Okay.
conceptual. Yeah, it would go back. As a matter of fact, click back on that picture, Eric. You can actually see right behind the man is where the EMA siren is, where the electricity is. So yes, we would push it back.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that may be a private pole, but that general area is where the electricity is, so we would push it back.
Well, while I'm sitting here looking
Mm-hmm.
at this, on the bicentennial one, is it say bicentennial on both sides?
Yes, with
Okay,
a little
on
arrow.
this one, what does it say? Does it say that on both
Nothing,
sides?
no, there's no bicentennial on
No,
that
no,
side.
no, on this side here, I know it says welcome to Pinson, or what is on the other side? Nothing?
Nothing,
See you
nothing.
later.
Now, we could put something if you'd like.
Well, I'm just thinking of the angle. It depends on how much we
Yeah,
have it
well, I was fixing to say,
turned,
you
know,
couldn't, you really wouldn't see the back unless you were,
if you angled it differently.
yeah,
But anyway, well, we'll have to look at.
okay. But, I mean, if y'all are ready to go with that,
I
I
mean,
have-
do y'all like the other side of the street? I mean, currently, when you pull up to
have
the
it
stop
raised.
sign, where the green bicentennial sign is in my
It is,
way
it is, yeah.
to looking to my
Well,
left.
Right.
it's attached to the,
It's on the pole,
The
yeah,
little
stop
pole.
Yeah.
sign,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying, if we had it set back.
I agree with you. Going
Okay.
across the street would allow us to come back
Yeah,
further.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay.
unless you had it raised.
Well, you really want a monument on the ground for the brick weight, but, okay, so y'all ready to go forward with it?
I'm
Or,
I'm good with it.
all right, you want to offer it, Dawn?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Dawn. All right. Then, and I'll go print those pictures in a minute. I thought I had,
Oh, we just had that one.
that's fine. Okay, animal control, simple renewal. As y'all know, we're required to participate with, animal control. That's simply a renewal. Heather Point, let's see, did I give you that quote?
Yes.
Okay. Some of y'all may remember, we did some calming devices in Heather Point, and we've gotten several complaints now about, oh, I'm sorry, I've got mine pinned together. And coincidentally, this came up that was during Q&A at the league, there it is. During the league about speed bumps, and the first step is a traffic study. So I would recommend that we do the traffic study for 3,900 at the 2 points, and then that tells you counts and speeds and things like that. So, Eric, would someone put that on the table?
I will.
All right. Thank you, Paula.
Did we say who was gonna offer the
No,
animal
he
control?
Oh, I thought we had who wants stray animals? Thank you, Noel.
Now, are you gonna expand on the cost and all that kind of
Yes,
stuff?
if you'll just offer the resolution
I'll do
to
it.
contract with Humane Society. All right, then, Dawn, or who, let's see, was it Dawn that wanted, the playground? I got a quote, this would fix the playground, our potholes, seal it, as well as some minor items that are broken, as well as the 5 new shade claws, over there at Bicentennial, just routine maintenance. Dawn?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
On those shade cloths, they couldn't be cleaned.
Well, we are gonna try. But what I thought we'd do is go ahead and get 5 new ones in the pipeline, and then if one of them, I guess those are the original.
They are.
They are gonna try to, pressure wash them, but I'm personally afraid when they do that, it's gonna cut them. But
I know they've been done
Because
in the
right now they're in really
past.
good shape, they're just,
they're just dirty.
They're dirty, and they've been
And-
cleaned in the past.
Yes,
but-
we're gonna
but
try.
the sun could have already deteriorated.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
sounds good, I'll do that.
All right, Dawn. And then for first reading, as y'all know, Mr. Black and I have been reviewing all of our various ordinances. Just for first reading, we're gonna do one concerning lodging and use, which was not even thought about 20 years ago. And then we have one to update the minimum. And then also coming down the line, it's not ready tonight. We will have one, there's been a couple changes to the food truck rules. Number one is that health certificates are now state reciprocated statewide. So If a food truck, for example, gets an inspection in Conecuh County, that is now by function of law good in Jefferson or Mobile or Madison. Secondly, there's a fairly new, and I saw one of the chiefs come in, there's a fairly new, just to distinguish it, we call it, or I call it, fire and safety, that has to do with the propane systems and so forth. Some of you may be aware that there was a truck that either caught on fire or exploded, I think over towards Forestdale. I'm not sure. Do you remember when the food truck fire was in Forestdale or wherever it was? A few years back anyway, wasn't it?
I don't recall exactly when that was.
Okay, all right. In any case, there is a brand new law, or perhaps this year, the same thing. The fire marshal has the regulations. If you have a food truck that's, for example, inspected in the city of Anniston by their marshal, that is good statewide. So we're working on an ordinance that would update particularly our food truck regs, that even for special events, they would have to come get a license. They could get it under the temporary tier if they're just doing, now we might want to figure out a way to exempt, let's say, Butterbean Days. But in any case, they would, if they're coming one time, they would have to have their health and their fire and safety. So Mr. Black and I are working on that too. So that'll probably be next time. And then what we'll be doing is coming back towards the end with a master codified license code. And all this will start in 27. So,
January along.
yes, that's right. So, all right. We have a request from volleyball. Dawn, I think you said you wanted to offer that.
Who do you want to do the, for the lodging and the?
Oh, those are
business?
first ratings.
Okay.
Those are
Okay.
just first
Okay.
ratings. And then, I'm sorry, that is not flood management, that is EMA cooperation. And let's see, what did I do with mine?
And what's volleyball wanting, though?
Oh, okay.
Dawn, go ahead while
Go
I'm
ahead.
looking for mine.
They're requesting, $4,300 and some change
Should be on
for
the back of the
uniforms and,
I thought I pulled mine out, let's see.
for their uniforms and all that. But in the request, they've also put that, the players are,
Oh, it's right behind
the
me.
players are paying, I can't speak. The players are paying, their fees to go towards the difference, and they're having a mini camp. So what's left over is the $4,700, so. And those are, those are items that stay at the school.
Yeah, those and they will be in correct school colors and insignia, we've confirmed, so. All right, then the last one is an adder that I missed. We got it a while back. I'm not sure what folder it went in, but, so we would need consent. And this essentially says, where's our EMA rep? But this essentially says we will cooperate with hazard mitigation with EMA like we've always done. We'll participate in their plan. We'll mutual aid. Yeah, go ahead and tell me. Yeah, come on, tell us. Come on to the mic. You might have to turn it on. And I'm giving the real Reader's Digest version. Yeah, the switch is on top, and move it up slightly if you would, so the recorder. There you go. You should be live.
All right, good deal. Excuse me. But thank you, Mayor, for having us. Yes, the hazard mitigation plan is a EMA founded document. To super summarize, it is a federally mandated document that tells mitigation actions that are taken regionally. So every city in the county has to sign on, and it's the first thing that FEMA looks for when they are giving out disaster declaration dollars. So that's why we have to get it passed as a resolution. I'll be here for any questions, but in short, there's a hazard mitigation document. Once we get it signed, it'll help get federal dollars if we get a disaster. Thank you.
Thank you. So are y'all, and we met a lot of those guys February 26th, so we certainly appreciate what y'all do. So I don't remember, were you here that day? Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. We had a lot of visitors in the city, so any rate. Are y'all good with that? All right. I tell you what, Noel, you want to take that one?
Yes, sir.
I saw the FEMA and thought it was flood, so my apologies. I guess the sign was on my mind. And then I'll mention, Paula has earned her basic. So we appreciate Paula's commitment to training that is so vital. And I know everybody's working on it. If all 5, 6 of us earn that, then we actually get a little recognition from the league. So that'll be great. So everybody's working on it, but
And she's done it the quickest.
I started to say,
I know.
Paula has moved on, so,
6 months.
She's an
been hot.
overachiever.
okay.
She's on fire. She's
So-
been,
Way to set the bar high, Paul.
That's
That's
right.
So, okay, let me go see if I can get the new sign pictures. I'll let the chief talk, Hal, Chris, and like I said, but add Charles and the swearing in at the front. And again, we got a lot, but I think we can be efficient as usual. So, all right, let me go see. Good evening. We have several special things in our meeting tonight, so I'm actually going to start out here. We'll explain as we go, but if you'll stand with me for the invocation, that'll be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. As a reminder, please silence your electronic devices. Join with me. Lord, we thank you so much for our community. We do thank you for our first responders. We thank you for our military that are protecting the very right that we have and freedom to meet this evening, and ask your protection upon them. Give us your wisdom in all that we do, that it would glorify you. In your name we pray. Amen. Counselor Tanner.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May be seated. Is there a motion concerning the waiving and approval of minutes from May 7th and 14th?
Yes, I'd like to offer a motion to approve the minutes and,
Waive the reading.
yes, and waive the reading from May 7th and the 14th meetings.
Second.
Second.
By Thompson. Discussion. In favor, aye.
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 Opposed, no. And that is unanimous. We're first going to begin. We have Officer Adam Johnson. Come on, officer, who has joined us from the Sheriff's Department. One of our officers got a promotion to the range. So part of ordinances, if you'll just stand and face me, requires that I swear them in just like I would a police officer, and that enables them to enforce ordinances. So if you would raise your right, place your left on the Bible, and repeat after me. I say your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama,
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama,
so long as I continue to be a citizen thereof,
so long as I continue to be a citizen thereof,
and I will faithfully and honestly
and I will faithfully and honestly
discharge the duties of the office
discharge the duties of the office
as a Pinson contract officer,
as a Pinson contract officer,
which I am about to enter,
which I am about to enter
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Okay, great to have you with us, officer. So, all right, next, and that's why we started out here. Charles, where's Charles? Charles and his guest are going to come, and I'm going to go ahead and take y'all first in case you have any appointments, Charles. So, reintroduce yourself and your guest, and make the announcement that you need to make.
Thank you so much, Hoyt. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Council. My name is Charles Yeager. I am the Director of Land and Water Conservation for the Jefferson County Greenways. And I just wanted to provide a little bit of an update on some of the activity that's been occurring over at the Turkey Creek Nature Preserve, as well as the Thomas Tract. So I want to hand this over first to our CEO and introduce our CEO here, Daryl Washington.
Thank you. Hey, good evening. How's everybody doing? My name is Daryl Washington, and I'm about 1 year old as the CEO for the Jefferson County Greenways. Jefferson County Greenways, we manage Ruffner Mountain Nature Preserve, Red Mountain Park, and Turkey Creek. Now, of all three of our spaces, Turkey Creek is probably one of our most visited spaces. We are proud that this synergy of bringing all three of the spaces together has brought probably an extra $400,000 to Turkey Creek, to the staff of Turkey Creek, the upkeep of Turkey Creek, and the programs. I've got to say, you guys probably also know that one of our most popular programs is Trails and Treats, which I think brought over 1,000 folks. We are working to do better with the infrastructure. We know that it was cars everywhere, and that's a good thing, because at the end of the day, we know the kids had an awesome time, and we want to keep having events like that. Charles is going to talk a little bit more about some other infrastructure updates that we have, but one thing we're proud to announce, we have secured another 240 acres called the Shepherd Tract, right across from Narrows Road. We just closed on that, I think, yesterday. So that is great to add to the property, but we're going to develop that over time, but that would also provide more access for Pinson citizens. So I just want to thank you also for your support of the Greenways. I think your believe me, your $25,000 really helps a lot. Turkey Creek, as I said, you know, it's when I tell people the spaces that I cover, most people don't know about Turkey Creek, but I always tell them, I kind of don't want them to know to a degree because I like that, you know, it's special. And it's special because it's a cooperative with the city. And again, it is one of our most visited spaces. We are getting ready to have busy season. So I also thank you for your support in terms of also lending some of your staff to help us out. But we'll have Charles talk about a specific property that he's been working on, the Thomas Track, and give you an update. But nice meeting you guys for the first time, and thank you again for all of your support.
Yeah, very excited. The the Shepherd Track comes all the way to Red Hollow Road in places, for those that are familiar with that or are joining us by virtual meeting tonight. So they're very exciting.
It is very exciting. It's been a 10-year process to get that. There was a couple of times where we thought it wasn't going to happen, and you know, if it hadn't been really for our friends over at the Nature Conservancy of Alabama, who stepped up and helped save that property for us so that we could get it nominated to Forever Wild, there's no way it would have ever happened. So it's a really special property, and it's gonna be a great asset to the community. I really believe it. I've got a few maps here. I'm going to share these with you
Sure.
real quick. I think they're going to help a little bit in this discussion. So I guess this is the first time I've been able to chat with the new council. It's been a little while since I've been here. A little bit of background on me. I actually managed the Turkey Creek Nature Preserve for 12 years under the Southern Environmental Center at Birmingham Southern College. Actually did it by myself. Had a little bit of part-time help here and there, but for the most part, I was there by myself, and it was an incredible role. I have 2 years ago, we merged with Rough and Red Mountains to form the Jefferson County Greenways. So we are now far better together. We have far more resources, as Daryl mentioned. That we've went from $60,000 a year budget to $400,000 a year budget, and it's really incredible. And all of that is really focused in on improving visitor experience and being able to make it a safe, clean place for all the folks that come and visit every year. Those 130,000 people, and that's really headed up by Brandon, who is our site manager over at Turkey Creek. He took on the role there. I am now in this new role as the Director of Land and Water Conservation. And in this, while I was manager of Turkey Creek, there's always been this Thomas Track conversation. So this is a small, I think it's less than 30 acres tract that's located just over here. It's between Bud Homes and Highway 75 and Taplingo Road. So it's kind of in this corner, just behind where you guys are seating now. It is a non-adjacent property. It is owned by Forever Wild. It's owned by the state of Alabama. So all the property in the preserve that's publicly accessible property is owned by Forever Wild, the state of Alabama. And we have a management agreement to take care of the preserve. It's never really been fully clarified whose management the Thomas Tract was under, except that it is state property, and we're not actually part of state lands. So I just wanted to clarify that point. So it has historically been a wetland. It's always been a wetland, but there's been some changes to that property over time that has impacted kind of how it works as a wetland. And on this map, there's actually going straight through the middle of the property is an old railroad bed. This railroad bed was abandoned a long time ago. In the deed for the property, when it was sold to the state, Forever Wild, it actually says that railroad bed remained in possession of the railroad company. I think that's since been sold to Norfolk Southern, and now it's not even clear who owns it anymore. So there's some confusion there over that.
Well, the rail bed was actually abandoned in the state Supreme Court, just so y'all know. Pardon the interruption.
So it's been reverted to the owner, I
Yes.
guess. Well, we don't have those documents,
No, that's
but
fine.
I think that would be helpful.
Our Mr. Black actually, before representing the city, was in on that with the landowners. He could tell you everything you want to know about it. I won't bore the meeting tonight with it, but he can tell you anything about they call it the Cheney case, because it was the Cheney rail line, but, capital letters, Birmingham Water still has a prescriptive right-of-way for their water
That's
line.
right.
So while it technically reverted, there's still a utility easement. So pardon the interruption.
No,
but
you're
since you
absolutely, and that's a
asked,
good
so-
point. So that's another complication is there is a major water line that is running right next to that rail bed, which means that any kind of like disturbance of the earth is not really possible. There is a old railroad culvert that runs through under that bed. That bed was elevated because it was wetland, right? And so they elevated the rail bed to keep it above the water. When they put in that culvert, they actually channelize the flow of the spring water. So there's springs on that property. And I'm trying to provide high level kind of context here for what's happened. So I apologize for if I get
That's
too far
fine.
down into this. But that old culvert has been for many years blocked by beaver activity. They've filled it up with debris, and probably about 5 years ago, I started trying to find a solution. So this was way back before we even merged, and I was in this old position. I started talking to partner organizations, folks with Fish and Wildlife, with the Geological Survey, and started trying to see if there were resources out there to help solve this, because we have so few resources ourselves. We didn't have the capacity or the ability to go in and do this. Plus, it is illegal to remove a beaver dam and dewater and kill fish. So those fish are actually considered a state resource, and if you kill those fish that way, you could actually be fined pretty significant amounts. And in addition to that, there are endangered species on the property, which provides other protections. So we can't do anything to change those waterways without approval from Fish and Wildlife. About 3 years ago, we after doing numerous surveys on the property and kind of working through a solution, we came up with this plan to do these pipes, this deceiver pipe. And so this pipe is basically an elongated, smaller pipe that has cages on the end of it that protect it from, keep beavers from filling it in, basically, and allow that water to flow. It tricks the beavers because they don't realize that there's water still flowing through. They think that they've stopped it up. And it allows you to kind of control that level. So this was a solution that allows the wetland to continue to exist as a natural wetland, which it always has been, and kind of convinces those beavers to leave it alone. And really, we did this originally, looked at this as for conservation reasons. We needed that water to flow, but that wetland to continue to exist, because that wetland actually provides an important service to this whole community, because by being a place that retains all that water, it actually keeps that water from flowing directly into Turkey Creek, and which would cause flooding in Turkey Creek ultimately. So having that retention of that water is actually a really important thing for the surrounding landscape. So anyway, about 2 years ago, we got a grant, or we went after a grant for NIFWIF to solve this problem. But the problem is the grant didn't fund anything but materials. So we had to find some support elsewhere to get the work done. And so we actually partnered, we found a very generous donor in RAS Construction who donated their time, or were willing to donate their time, manpower, and equipment to be able to get this done, because we didn't have the manpower or the equipment to be able to tackle this project. So the hope had been to do this last summer, and I actually started last summer. I got permission from Fish and Wildlife to start going out and pulling out some of the beaver dam. So I started doing that on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. I went out there and physically removed remnants of the beaver dam around the pipes. I was not able to get into the pipes because that was just far more difficult than one person could go in there with a hoe and dig out some. So I lowered the pool level by hand, very slowly and methodically as dictated by Fish and Wildlife to ensure that there would not be any fish stranded. Because if you drop the water level too low, you cause fish strandings and that would kill fish. So I could not do that. So I did that over the course of really about from June up until March of this year, where I was going out and pulling that water, that material out every week, every other week. Anything that was replaced by the beavers, I was pulling out. And then RAS Construction was able to come in and install the pipes at the end of March of this year. And since then, there's been a dramatic decrease in that pool level. It's where we want it to be. And we've been keeping a close eye on that, going out just about every week now, just monitoring, making sure that there's nothing blocking those pipes, that there's not been any more beaver activity, and there's not. So that water level is holding. It's holding just like we want it to. Now, it's still been very dry. It's been a very dry year, and there's a possibility that it might fill up again, right? But there's actually now overflow ability. We have put in exclusion fencing around those old culverts so that the beavers cannot get in there and block those up. And, we're going to continue to maintain the site. So.
Yeah, and for the public that hasn't been out there in their mud boots, and you correct me, I'll try to, it looks to me like a huge pointed pencil eraser, if you think that's a fair description, on the tip of the pipe, that anything the beavers might place would tend to wash away.
That's
And
right.
yes, it has dropped, and even at the storm in February, although it rose, it very quickly descended. So we're excited about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just want to say something. I know you talked about it should always have been wetlands, but I remember in the 80s it was not. It was cornfields, and because we used to go dove
Yes, it
hunting.
was.
So
there. When the Thomas family still owned it.
I agree.
Yeah.
So when they built that culvert, they channelized that spring run. Prior to them channelizing that spring run, that whole area was wetland. So prior to the railroad bed, it was all wetland. It was actually connected to Tap Wingo. So so that was all part of one large wetland. So the railroad bed actually now acts as this kind of like restraining feature on the landscape.
Well, yeah, so we're very excited that
Oh,
it's managed now. So appreciate y'all's work in that.
Sure. And I know there's been a lot of discussion over it over the last year or so. So I appreciate getting the opportunity to kind of address it.
I'm sure those
share this
overflows
update.
kicked in February 26th, but had a lot going on that day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I have one
Yeah,
more
Dawn.
Sure.
question, Charles. From a cosmetic look, now with the water manageable, hopefully it'll stay. Will some of that black eventually grow some kind of green and all that? Because when you look out there, it's black. The trees are dead.
Especially from
So-
the homeowner's perspective.
So will it eventually some kind of growth, green?
Sure. So
Right.
on the edges where it's receded, yeah,
Yeah.
there'll probably be some vegetation
This
that
looks
grows
really
there.
dark.
Yeah. I mean that's certainly part of what will eventually happen. I'm sure.
Okay. Thank you, Charles,
Yep,
very much.
sure.
And thank you all for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome to stay, but I suppose I didn't know if you were trying to make other council meetings tonight.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
And I sent you a message about the Shepherd. We'll need to handle a couple administrative things on that.
Happy
once,
to.
Once the ink is
Happy
dry.
to. We're
So,
real excited to see that added. for
Yes,
sure.
me too, me
So,
too.
Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you. And that's 240 acres again?
248.
Oh, excuse me, 248.
And there
Wonderful.
road
That egg.
runs right between those two.
Oh, yeah.
sets of- Okay.
Yeah. So thank you for that.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah. All right, the rules are reinstated. Counselor Tanner.
We haven't had roll call or anything.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I not take roll?
No.
All right, roll call, Madam Clerk. Thank you.
Counselor Thompson.
Here.
Counselor Walker. Counselor Tanner.
Here.
Counselor Sims.
Here.
Counselor Holt.
Here.
Mayor Sanders.
Here. We can put it back in the right place. Thank you. I was out front and not following closely enough. All right, now Counselor Tanner.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $102,086.16.
Second,
Second.
by Sims, discussion. Nothing really extraordinary that I saw.
No.
In favor, aye.
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 Opposed, no. And that passes. All right, Chris.
Can we move this till towards the end?
Yes.
They just called their
Okay, that's fine. All right, so we'll move the report from planning down to the end. All right, movies in May have been gaining a little bit of ground. We've been running about 50. We will make an announcement in the morning based on the latest forecast. Very likely that could be at the Rock School. So we'll see what the weather is tomorrow. Yeah,
Let me go
Dawn?
ahead so I can tell what next week and all that. Okay,
Uh-huh.
tomorrow night will be hosted by Compassion Church, and they're on standby too if it needs to be moved. If we do not move it, and there's no rain, the splash pad will be open from 3 to 7, and it will be free for Pinson residents.
If there's no lightning.
If you're right.
There's no
I mean,
lightning.
if we got good weather, so that's tomorrow. If not, and there's no lightning or anything on Saturday, it actually is the first day for splash pad to open. Correct?
Oh, let me see, what,
Isn't that correct?
it
Yeah,
is
I thought
open
so.
Saturday? That's right,
thought
oh,
so.
that's right. It's
Weather
open
permitting,
Saturday,
we'll say.
but Monday is our normal maintenance day, and we're gonna have a special announcement about Monday if we're able to staff it for Memorial Day. So we'll keep y'all posted on that.
And then next week's movie will be Sketch, and that will be hosted by Palmerdale Cross Baptist Church.
Okay, so check our Facebook tomorrow for the possible relocation of the movie and the confirmed splash pad on Monday. All right, let's see, let's talk about centralized recycling. We had been working on some options with recycling, and Waste Management can provide a 30-yard roll-off here that they would haul. We would need that manned. For example, we could come up with whatever, every other Friday or every other Saturday or something for metals and plastic. It would be $300 to haul it, but of course it wouldn't have to be hauled every week, perhaps every month or something like that. Then Birmingham Recycling would charge roughly $65. We estimate the container would hold about a ton, and that would increment up for contamination, but since we're going to be controlling it, we hope there would not be any. So if there's a motion to authorize that program, we'll try to get that going. Let's see, did somebody have that? Tracy.
Do we even have anything? That's what I was looking at.
I just had the email quotes.
Oh, okay. Yes, Mayor, I'd like to offer a motion for authorization for recycling funding.
Wonderful. Second?
Second.
Second by Tanner. This would give our residents a local option. Now, we actually have two semi-local options already. You can actually take your recyclables down to Birmingham Recycling in Avondale. And if you work near UAB, which many of our residents do, and I'll get this posted, UAB actually has a recycling center that's open to everyone and members of the public. So,
And we can put that onto our city's social
yes,
media pages? Okay.
I was going to post all three things. So,
And just,
no.
this is a cost the city's incurring.
Correct.
This is not a cost, to the citizens.
Correct, yeah, the citizens have essentially picked up about $200 a year with the base contract, and this is a way to help with the recycling part. And then, as y'all know, we have bulk waste that we'll be working on in June. So hopefully that will help our citizens and help them in the pocketbook, particularly right now with particularly fuel. All right, further discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. All right, and that passes, Madam Clerk. All right, Eric Hendon is planning to be here June the 4th to talk about a conceptual for our Veterans Monument on the campus with Bicentennial, so we'll hope that works out. All right, let's see, welcome signage, Ms. Sims? Dawn.
Yes, I'd like to offer a resolution to authorize the construction of 2 welcome signs.
Second,
Second.
by Thompson. Dawn, you want to elaborate, or shall I?
Well, I mean, all I have to say is after 22 years, we're
Yes.
getting some kind of nice permanent welcome signs, just to start with. We'll do maybe some other smaller things coming in from other angles of the city, but yes, you can elaborate.
Right, the
Chris.
total on these two would be $62,206. There possibly is a small discount if we do both. For just a moment, for those viewing at home, Eric, can you put up yes. That would be the size sign that would go over at Bicentennial Drive and 75. A smaller version, but identical, would go there, and what most of us know is the Sweeney Triangle. That one would also have Bicentennial Park and letters underneath with arrows on each side. That one would be a two-sided, no, let's see.
The bicentennial.
Yeah, Bicentennial would be two-sided. The Sweeney would be single-sided. So, any
Actually,
rate.
the Sweeney would actually tilt more this way.
Well,
coming in
yes,
from
the idea,
church, Taylor Church.
exactly. You would see that. Our limit will not move, presumably, on that. We go down to about Wood Drive and Oak Shadow, and that will not change because we abut Clay. And so that limit is sort of fixed. The limit, I really would have liked it further down on 75, but there's really not a good spot. And then we've got Birmingham kind of fingered in with us. Sunrise Memorial, for example, that has been in the news more lately, is actually in the city of Birmingham. Yeah, that would be the sign, approximate location. The red hatch is what they call the flood hazard area. And as Councilor Tanner pointed out during pre-council, while that might be the better spot where that red line is, it would essentially push the sign potentially too close to 75, and we certainly want exit visibility there, which will be and this also authorizes surveying and other work to make sure we get it conducive. So, all right, further discussion? We had a motion and a second, correct? All right, roll call vote on the resolution.
Counselor Thompson?
Yes.
Counselor Tanner?
Yes.
Counselor Sims?
Yes.
Counselor Holt?
Yes.
Mayor Sanders?
Yes. All right, that's unanimous, 2026-23, and we'll make that one change, Madam Clerk.
Okay.
All right, let me see, who had animal control?
That would be me, Mayor,
Ah,
sir.
Counselor Holt loves stray animals, right, Counselor? All right, Counselor Holt.
Yes, I'd like to offer a resolution concerning a contract for animal control with the Greater Humane Society.
All right, second?
Second.
By Sims. As part of our mere existence as a city, we are required by state law to participate in animal control. And used to, there was actually an authority, we called it BJAC, and later on Humane Society took over those services. This just simply renews our contract with the Humane Society, and we do call on them when we have stray animals. Further discussion? Roll call vote on the main resolution.
Counselor Thompson?
Yes.
Counselor Tanner?
Yes.
Counselor Sims?
Yes.
Counselor Holt?
Yes.
Mayor Sanders?
Yes, and that is 2026-24 unanimous. All right. Some of you might remember sometime back we had some requests, Heather Point, which is in the limit, and our streets because of their age. Sometime back we had some complaints. That is a very densely populated subdivision, that in Innsbrook, probably the most densely populated. We installed some needed speed calming devices. We've had some complaints lately about North Princess where it intersects with Kalen, and then St. John at the long stretch as you enter. And this actually came up in Montgomery because as much as we would love to, we can't just start popping stop signs and speed bumps. There is a process governed by, let me get the acronym, MUTSA, Manual of Uniform Traffic and Control. I believe that's the acronym for it. That would be great bedtime reading, perhaps, to put you to sleep. But in any case, that very topic came up at League, and this is the first step, is to get a survey to determine counts and speeds and whether any change is merited. So who had that? Counselor Sims?
Yes, sir. I'd like to offer a motion authorizing a traffic study at Heather Point subdivision.
Second?
Second.
By Thompson, and probably discussed it all that needed to be, unless there's a question. All right, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And those residents will greatly appreciate.
the
Yes,
amount
no,
is
I'm sorry,
3,900.
39, yes, $3,900, and that's a legal requirement. All right, thank you for that. Dawn, over at the playground.
Yes, I'd like to offer a, motion for maintenance at Bicentennial Playground and the splash pad. That would be replacing some rubber area at the swing sets and the shade fabrics for $20,199.49.
Second,
Second.
by Thompson. Yeah, we are gonna try to clean them, but they are aging. In addition, there's the odds and end parts and pieces to some playground equipment, some step pegs and things. And then, yes, doing some, for lack of a better word, some rubber potholes, and then a top coat that would preserve the life of that. Okay? Yes,
Is there any update on the fence that's supposed to go along the?
they've done the Flynn Drive, and that's coming.
Oh, okay.
On the back. All right, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And that is unanimous. All right, this playground. All right, first reading only. Mr. Black and I have been going through a number of ordinances. Some of you may remember we did some rental ordinances at our last meeting. So just for first reading, we have one that has to do with lodging and use and our minimum threshold amounts. And so just if the record could reflect that those were presented for first reading tonight. Mr. Black will talk about them a little next time. We are also looking at a food truck update, as I mentioned in pre-council, that will embrace and require the health certificate from any state jurisdiction, as well as a fairly new one, which is a fire and electrical safety. So we'll have that one probably at our next meeting. Counselor Tanner on volleyball.
Yes, I'd like to offer a request by the volleyball team at the high school. They're requesting the city to buy some uniforms, some volleyballs, and volleyball carts. And I have a little bit of question. They've got tax on here, so I think.
Oh, that can come
Yeah,
off. That will come
so
off.
it'll be in the amount of $4,076.31, and that is minus the tax.
Yeah, was that BSN? They probably missed that it was the school as
Yeah.
well, but anyway. All right, second,
Second.
I'm gonna say Thompson by a nose. Those will, be retained as school property. And Dawn, talk about, I believe they have raised some of their funds for this year,
Yeah.
which is important to us.
It is. They require, players to pay a participation fee, so that's in there. And then they have a youth mini camp that's coming up. So this is what's left over, what they believe they'll have, that they can't raise.
Very good. Further discussion?
Now, are they gonna purchase it themselves, or is that something that we're gonna do? And
We have an account with BSN. Now, the way we did some of the football things, I'm not sure if they gave me a vendor here. It's either way. We sometimes, to be brutally honest, sometimes it's much faster. Now, she references BSN, so we can issue the PO direct to BSN, which, to be brutally honest, sometimes is faster.
sure.
So, if possible, that's the way we'll do it.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes. Oh, okay. All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, no. And that passes unanimously. Yes.
And maybe that's something we need to set up with the schools on ordering things. Just let us order everything and, get some PO set up that way.
Yeah,
That way it's
and
consistent.
that's actually the way, I know that's the way we did football, and I thought we did some of baseball that way, but I'm gonna check back. But that's exactly the way we did football. We issued a purchase order to Shut, and then a purchase order to BSN. So that, it's
think it's
usually
just a little
quite
cleaner.
faster.
It's a little
Yeah,
cleaner
it
and
is
everything.
cleaner and usually faster, so.
That's good.
All right, for consent, we heard from EMA, who had that, Noel.
Noel.
Noel on our continued cooperation with EMA.
Yes, I would like to offer a resolution concerning flood management.
Okay, so the resolution concerns disaster FEMA, and we heard from EMA in the pre-council. This just essentially continues our great relationship with EMA, mutual aid, and a number of other things. Was there a second? Second?
Second.
Dawn by nose on that one, I think. Consent to consider.
Counselor Thompson?
Yes.
Counselor Tanner?
Yes.
Counselor Sims?
Yes.
Counselor Holt?
Yes.
Mayor Sanders?
Yes, consent does pass. That was an adder, so that's why it was required. Further discussion on the main resolution?
Now, to my understanding, we have to complete this to be, so we can get FEMA money.
Yes, we have, it's a partner to the flooding. We have to be in compliance with the flood ordinance, so our residents can get flood insurance. This is kind of a partner agreement. You correct me if I'm wrong. We have to be in compliance with EMA to, if we have like February 26th, if we're eligible for FEMA funding, we have to be in compliance with the cooperative agreement. Did I state that correctly? Okay, all right. All right, roll call vote on the main resolution.
Counselor Thompson?
Yes.
Counselor Tanner?
Yes.
Counselor Sims?
Yes.
Counselor Holt?
Yes.
Mayor Sanders?
Yes, unanimous 26-25. All right, so let your people know, Mr. EMA. All right, now let's come back. I think, Chris, you're ready. And do you have our procedural? Okay, thank you. Let's come back to planning and zoning. And they have met with Hal. Okay, let's see here. So let me open the hearing to whoever needs. Okay, go ahead, Chris.
As you guys remember, a couple weeks ago, months ago, we started this at 7306 Highway 75 over some complaints, and we were unable to notify I believe it was their daughter that came up, and we gave them some more time. The daughter came up. They all went and met with Hal, the building inspector, last week, earlier this week. According to the building inspector, the house is salvageable. Will take a lot of work, and the owners, they own a company that does things like that, and they want to permit and repair the home. I will let them come up and tell them, Mr. Jose.
Yeah, gonna renovate the house and then clean the outside.
I started saying, has the cleaning started yet?
I'm gonna start it this week.
Okay.
Is there a time frame? That's the biggest question that they're going to ask you in just a minute.
Yep.
Is there a time frame on when this could get done, but really get started well?
Okay. You're gonna
Do you know how long it may take?
we'll start the renovating.
Yes.
Gonna do the permit first and then gonna start it. And how long time you say?
Yes.
Probably take me around a year to renovate it.
I would think at least 6 months, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Say a little bit extra. Sometimes I got a lot of work and then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you just have bones, basically. All right, so what would be in order would just be a motion to postpone the hearing, or, I'm sorry, a motion to continue the hearing. We could come back in 30 days to make sure there's been a permit and substantial commencement, if that's agreeable to council or whatever y'all might say.
I'm okay with that, but what are you talking about? You know, them coming back in 6 months, giving us an update?
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
We can see an update. I mean,
Yes.
you drive by it,
Yes.
you know.
No, I would say since we've got this far along, we ought to probably do something. Not necessarily them give an update every month. But
No,
I think
no,
give
no,
an update
no.
every month.
Okay, that'd be great. Or you have Hal, or,
Communication with them as well, because I don't want to speak for him, and there's a language barrier.
No, that's fine.
I don't want to, so, but, you know, they've done this once it started, and they got it looking a little bit nice. And then it kind of went away for a year or two.
okay.
We don't want that to happen.
Well, why don't we do 30 days, postponement for 30 days, and then they can get the permit, get it cleaned up, and start, and then we can hear monthly or bi-monthly from you.
That's good with me, that's up to y'all.
Is that agreeable to everybody?
That's fine. Also, you need to make sure they understand, you know, the yard is part of cleanup. We have an
Yeah.
ordinance with that.
We addressed that the
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, is there a motion to postpone the
Oh,
hearing?
I have a question.
yeah.
This is, I don't know if it's personal or not. Is it planning on being occupied, or is it gonna be something that's gonna be, like rental property, or all of that? Okay, or I didn't know if they were gonna do it to flip to sell, or, okay.
Okay.
Sure, I'm just
Oh,
curious.
yeah, anything be better than what it is.
Than what it
yeah.
is now.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, is there a motion to postpone, to continue the hearing until June 18th?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Tanner, second
Second.
by Thompson. All in favor, aye.
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 Aye, and that passes any opposed? I think I heard it. Okay. That passes unanimously. So Chris, if you'll explain the logistics, to make that happen. All right. I think that was all of our business. Chief? I think that took care of Hal and, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, consider the hearing closed really before the motion, if you would. Y'all know what I meant.
Good evening, everybody. It's good to see you all. I don't have a ton of updates right now. It's been kind of a busy month. So last month we actually ran 178 calls. Both last month and this month we've been dealing with some pretty serious drought conditions that y'all have seen. And we've had a lot of brush fires. So, and this happens every year. We have a lot of brush fires this time of the year. Sometimes it's started by people trying to clean up their yard. They'll get rid of limbs and stuff like that. But here lately, some of those fires have been started by illegal dumping of construction waste, and people have been setting it on fire. Now, this hasn't affected part of our district in the city of Pinson yet, but it is neighboring areas, and it
right.
affects all of us. So my public announcement tonight would be, we need to understand it is not lawful to burn any kind of trash anytime. There is not a way to do that, other than you need to have the trash hauled off, or there has to be certain incinerators involved in that kind of stuff. But these are properties where they are just they're charging people to just come and dump their construction waste, and it's causing major issues. That construction waste can be toxic if burnt. It's causing a lot of people to have health problems. We want to prevent that. And, with speaking of the watershed area, anytime it rains, like it's about to do right now, I think it's raining just north of us, that affects our creeks and our rivers and things like that. So my announcement to everybody would be to absolutely stop the dumping, stop the illegal dumping, which is, not under my authority.
No,
but under the
it's
county.
under mine.
Yes, sir. But it's hazardous to everyone's health, and we especially do not allow you to burn trash.
Right.
So that's what we've been dealing with a lot lately. It's been a busy month. So
No, thank you for that.
Absolutely.
As a reminder, we do have a standing reward for information if illegal dumping, if it leads to the arrest and conviction. Now, since I made that announcement, knock on wood, been a little bit, well, I don't think we've had an incident since I made that announcement. But as a reminder, we do have a standing reward if you see illegal dumping, and that leads to evidence that's available with us. So everybody, if you're using a contractor, make sure they are disposing of properly and so forth.
that's correct. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Chief.
All right.
TP, anything, you want to talk about baseball all-stars or anything?
Maybe next one.
Okay, next week, next time? Okay. All right, Hal, did that handle you?
It did.
Okay.
I mean, unless you,
Well, yeah, come on.
let me tell you,
We love to hear inspection
We got a
reports. What you
story.
claiming?
I do have a little bit of good news for you. The coffee shop has
Oh,
resumed process. here.
wonderful.
So hopefully within the next 30 to 45 days, we might be able to do a ribbon cutting. I told them to
Wonderful.
get in touch with us because you wanted to do that.
Absolutely.
So got that going. The C store on Highway 75, we got sheetrock in there now, so that's getting close. Storage units on Highway 79, we got buildings up on that now. And the bridges of Hastings, we've got slabs going to start next week if the weather permits.
Okay.
So,
Wonderful.
And I've written about 8 stop work notices, so.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you for that.
All right.
Thank you for
No
that,
problem.
Hal.
That's it. Appreciate your time.
I think that covered it. Eric, did you have anything for, you're still on cloud nine from last meeting, right? So, I will say a word about Eric. And I won't use the right term, but, I'll just, Eric and our staff and under his, I guess you'd say fixed a patch is the only way I know to describe it, that had to do with the way some of our imported data came over to Tyler. And I don't know, Eric was excited about the treasurer, but even more excited that they had worked with Tyler and would fix the patch. Is that the best way to describe it?
Yes.
Okay.
We've been working on it for a year and a half, at least a year and a half, maybe longer.
So any rate, I appreciate everything that the staff is doing to keep our finances in perfect order. So, all right, I'm sorry, Dawn.
I gotta speak.
Okay.
If you notice when you came to City Hall, if you'll notice our flags are going up, and they look really, really good just in the little area they're at so far, but they'll be going all around Pinson on the main streets and in Palmerdale and all that. But one thing I do want, that's looking good, Pinson's looking good. I'd like to get the street sweepers out to Palmerdale.
Oh,
They
okay.
really need to be done. I don't even know the last time they've been done there.
All right.
So that should be added the next time they're
Sure.
out and about
All right.
to Palmerdale.
All right.
But no, the flags look really good.
Yeah, the bucket truck is a couple of adjustments we have to make, but it's working well. So, and yes, the flags, hopefully you might have noticed we have some commemorative flags at the intersection, and then it's just what I'll call standard flags. And just in time for Memorial Day, let me do mention, we certainly don't want to forget the significance of Memorial Day. We do wish everyone safety for that, and remember the meaning and all those that went involved to continue our freedom. All right, any public comment? Going once. Not everybody rush. And I'm so sorry, Pastor, I would have had you do our invocation.
You did a great job.
Well, you know, I'm all for free services, so Paula's husband is here and I didn't notice it. So, yes, ma'am.
Our senior luncheon went real well.
Okay.
Very good.
All right, if you're listening, senior lunch was Wednesday and went well, and there was a little bit down. We were up, but then slightly down, and I'm going to pick on Miss Fay. Did you learn anything about fire and storm safety?
They did a very good presentation.
Okay.
Both weather and fire safety.
Okay, so you promised to be safe?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Centerpoint Fire was the guest and talked about smoke detector safety and storm safety. We're also going to be working, Chief, I need to get with you. We're going to try to have a smoke detector blitz coming up where both departments that serve the city, you can call the, do y'all have any now that you can install?
We do, yes.
Okay, call the business office.
Yes, sir.
That's another thing I need to post is smoke detectors.
You can also go to palmerdalefire.org
Okay,
and fill out an online form. It will email me directly.
okay. And that is true of those of it in the Centerpoint district as well. So different number and site, of course, but, and I'm sure if somebody completes one with the wrong department, y'all will probably forward it. So, yeah, we actually have some, Dawn loves it when I talk about parcel numbers and section lines, but that's an old joke. But we actually have some neighborhoods that are literally half Centerpoint and half Palmerdale. So I know y'all work together, Ridgewood and not Astro World. Deerfoot Point is half Palmerdale, half Centerpoint.
Yes.
So, any rate, we appreciate y'all's cooperation, and any rate, if you need a smoke detector, I'll try to get those details posted the next day or two as well. So, all right.
Real quick.
Yes, Tracy.
Thought that we could congratulate our PVHS, our Pinson Valley High School graduates. I think you were there at the commencement yesterday, and Mayor, I know that I had already told you, but I think you did a wonderful job.
Well, thank you.
When you spoke to them, and you sort of set a standard of just your basic, I guess, child rearing that some, may have struggled with, but I think you did a fantastic job. I just wanted to let you know.
Well, thank you, yes. It's always an honor to bring those greetings, and we congratulate those. Speaking of congratulations, I almost forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Counselor Sims is the newest basic CMO graduate from the League of Municipalities. So,
And in about 6 months.
yes,
I mean,
so
that's record. It is.
you were online at 3 a.m. doing those classes, I think, Counselor. So, yes, I appreciate everyone's, well, of course, it's law now, but it still takes a commitment, and I appreciate everyone's training commitment. That makes this flow and work and be efficient as it is. Just perfect example was the traffic study that was a case in point topic in Montgomery for
Yes.
those of you that were able to go, is about procedures, and so I appreciate your commitment to. Noel and Tracy are working. Don't want to leave them out. Don't want to leave them
We
out.
are.
Brad finished his, and Dawn and I are working on some the next levels up. So, at any rate, I appreciate y'all's commitment to training. That really makes this work. It really does.
Well,
So,
I was gonna say,
yes, Dawn.
We've got some neighboring, I'll not say neighboring, we have cities close to us that are having issues. And I think, amongst the mayor and council, and I really think if they went to some of these classes or did them, they would kind of get a little more understanding what their job is and not, and things like that. So I think it makes a difference, having some kind of education about it.
We actually,
Absolutely.
we met a couple that were in Washington that had never been. I know, of course, it was my first time, but there were several that had never been.
Yeah, well, that was my first time for NLC. NLC, what they call Summit, is in Nashville in November, so that won't be outside the reach of some of us going to because of distance. So anyway, wonderful. All right, Councilor Thompson, you want, in honor of Mr. Walker, you want to adjourn?
Yeah, I don't have ever adjourned before. What do I say? We're
No,
done?
motion to adjourn.
Motion to
By
adjourn.
Thompson, second. By Holt. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
We're hereby adjourned at 7:52.